Greetings, everybody. It's more about emotional and spiritual intelligence. Buckle up. So today I thought we've got every month has 30 or 31 days. So let's have 30 practices. So whenever you start this, if you ever start this, that we've got a 30-point checklist of spiritual practices to develop our emotional and spiritual maturity, grounded in self-compassion and offered with a little lighter heart, a little less seriousness, understanding that seriousness is a symptom of anxiety. Now, I've said this thousands of times over the years, and I'm just now catching up to the reality of it. So, seriousness as a sign of anxiety. So then how can we have an antidote, some medicine for our anxiety and our seriousness? So I'm going to offer today my own practice, which is some ways to be a little more lighthearted and still very effective, of course, and practical in our development of emotional maturity to cross the sacred bridge of spiritual maturity, spiritual intelligence. So the first one for today, I'm going to say, oops, oops, instead of, oh, what was I thinking? Or, oh, I'm the worst, or what's wrong with me? Oops, oops. Now, my little H, who some of you know, you've gotten to meet her, when something happens, when she dropped a whole bowl of flour pancake mix on the floor, I watched her nervous system. It shocked her. And she looked directly at me to see what my face was doing. And I had calm in me. Now, I wanted her to see that it was okay. And she said, oops, oops. And then she said to her sister, who was kind of panicked that was here, it's okay. It's okay. Right, Marmar? We don't have to do things perfectly around here. It's okay. So it's okay. Mistakes happen. What we call mistakes happen in the divine. If you believe what we teach here, that there's one power and one presence, then there is actually no mistake. However, in the human, mistakes happen. And I'm calling myself and you today to learn from it, to lighten up, to say oops instead of I'm awful or I'm the worst, like that. So say oops, oops, oops. Number 2 is to practice throughout the day to give our inner critic maybe a silly little nickname, like knucklehead or um, um, Judgy McJudgerson or critical Callie or perfectionist Patty or something like that. That's not a self-attack. That's an important piece of this. But just to care for her, I got this inner critic, like it's okay, it's okay. And I understand where you're coming from. I understand you're doing your job. And, perfectionist Patty, if you can just relax a little bit here. And I'm going to let this go without going for perfection. I'm going to let this be just as it is. And someone just sewed a pillow for me. Many of you know I do needlepoint. I love doing that. And it's a way to balance my brain out. And she's so kind to sew these pillows and get the stuffing in them and to get the backs on them. And she said, this kind of got twisted and it's just not perfect. And I said, we're not going for perfect, honey. I was never going for perfect. And you could tell that it took a weight off her, that she actually could see that I meant it, that we believed it, that she believed it. So lightening it up a little bit or my inner critic, and I use it playfully, is now St. Martha. St. Martha was thinking this is what was going to happen, but the other Martha was going to try to take over there. So St. Martha. 3 is to practice a pause before reacting, before firing off the email, the text, or whatever it is, even before answering the phone. Take a sacred act to pause, a sacred devotional pause. 4, bless instead of stress. So instead of when somebody pushes my buttons, bless them under my breath. Now, I can be a little playful for this because of being in the South, and my teachers also have helped me with it. Like, bless their hearts. Oh, bless their hearts. So something a little more playful. Bless instead of attack. Bless instead of hate. Even if you have to do it under your breath. Bless instead of express. Anger. Blessing instead of expressing rage or irritation. And when you cannot bless, hand over the heart, bless the breath. Bless the spiritual maturity that didn't attack, that didn't react. So bless first. Bless, then express. Bless, then address. Number 5, this has changed my life, this one, to replace the word should with could. So traffic should flow. Like, what planet do I live on? Like, where did I get that traffic's always going to flow? So instead, traffic could flow. Traffic could not flow. Traffic should flow at times. Traffic should not flow at times. The sun should shine at times, and at times there should be rain and hurricanes. This is the reality of it. Instead of, I should have fed the birds earlier than I did. Like, oh, I didn't feed the birds any earlier. So should become didn't or can't. I could do the dishes instead of I should do the dishes. I could do the dishes. Number 6, forgive yourself faster than your phone battery dies. Forgive yourself quickly, more quickly. Holding on to guilt, any kind of guilt, drains off our vital life energy. That drains off our vitality, our well-being, our innovation, our thoughtfulness, our resourcefulness, everything. So plug your spirit in. So when anything's in question, I got to charge up my spiritual battery and forgive myself quicker and quicker and quicker. The next one, number 7, is to apologize without explanation. Apologizing without a dissertation. Apologizing without a footnote. I'm sorry I snapped. I'm sorry that came out in that tone. I'm sorry I was not able to fulfill your request. Period. So no need for a novel. Number 8, to say, I don't know. 3 little transformational, life-changing words. I don't know. And to say it with confidence, to say it with passion, to say it with power. Mystery is mystery. The mysteries of the universe. The mystery is spiritual and humbling, humility-led. What is going to become of the world? I don't know. What are we going to do with all these changes? I don't know. What are you going to do if they never apologize to you? It's like, I don't know anything about who they're going to apologize to. I don't know. Now, this will stir up something in us because this part of our mind doesn't like not knowing. It actually triggers survival. Number 9, let people be wrong about you. There's a whole movement now called Let Them. Let them be. Let them be the way they are. And what I wrote on this one to remind myself is I don't have to attend every misunderstanding I'm invited to. Let people think what they think about me. Let people feel what they feel about me. Allow time for things to process. Number 10, practice saying, oh well, which is similar to oops, as I said earlier. So it's like, okay, I drink water out of containers about this tall. I just dropped one. Oops. Oh well, things go sideways. Say it. Oh well. Oh well. And I follow it with, what would a sane, sensible person do here? So I can be mad at myself. I can be mad at the water. I can be mad at the glass. I can be mad at the mess on the floor. Or I can say, hey, I'll grab a towel or the mop, and in about 30 seconds, this is cleared up. Oh well. Number 11, use a loving tone with yourself. Talk to yourself like you would talk to your pet. Hey, honey. Hi, I'm home. Oh, look at you. You're precious. Come over here. Want to come up? Come up. Come on. Oh, you hungry? How would you talk to a beloved pet? And if you don't have a pet, how would you talk to your most precious human being? Even in a meltdown. To practice using a loving tone with yourself. Number 12, drop the fix-it mentality in conversations. Now, this has been and is still so difficult for me. There's such a fixer, problem solver, rescuer running in me to repair, to uplift, to bless, to make right. And sometimes people just need a witness. So drop the fix-it mentality and grow yourself spiritually to be a witness instead of a repairman. And if you want a little more lightheartedness on this, go over to YouTube and put in, there's a nail in your head. There's a nail in your head. Just write that in the YouTube search box. See what I'm talking about here. 13, notice when you're overachieving to try to feel worthy. I got in a deep dive this week on facilitating another client through her process, and we both touched into a deep wound in ourselves of believing we have to earn love, that we have to earn worthiness, and that we have to do something for it. So notice when you're overachieving to try to gain love or approval or appreciation. And then for me, and I call it this, and I actually physically do it, to take my cape off, take my superhero cape off, and be human again. In this interaction, I'm going to be human, not superhero, especially when it's stressing me. 14, you've heard what would Jesus do, WWJD. What would kindness do? If kindness was our GPS, so when somebody cuts us off in traffic, what would be kinder? What would be kinder to me? What would be kinder to put out into the world? When they say a slur to us or something hurtful, how would kindness respond? What would be a kinder response? So kindness as a spiritual practice for my own sake. Now, I've been working on this one for literally 60 years, since my earliest memories, and so many teachers and friends and wise mentors have attempted to teach me this, that no is a complete sentence. Thank you and no. Or I'm worried about saying no, and no is actually the honest answer. Honest no. Honest no. 16, giggle at yourself. Giggle at yourself when you can. Not making fun of yourself, but lighthearted giggling. Something that would build resilience, to build a spiritual resilience, and to think what it could do for your own heart and your own well-being, to just giggle a little and to be a little more lighthearted in your way. So when we are not proud of a moment or how we responded, or we find out that the file I've been accusing somebody else from withholding from me was on my desk for the last 3 days. Like that, like the irony of it. 17, make eye contact in your mirror. Actually look in your mirror at your own eyes, and to see that there's something seeing you through those eyes. And for me, I say, I see you. I'm in presence with you. And it's okay. We're doing okay here. Now, that's even if my hair's sticking straight up, or I got a piece of pepper stuck in my teeth. I see you. It's okay. 18, let awkward moments be included. We're not on TV. We're not Oprah Winfrey. We're not doing a TED Talk. We're human beings having a human experience and human learning, growing processes. Let awkward moments be included in our humanness. 19, stop arguing with reality. This came straight into me through the teachings and my following and the teachings of Byron Katie for so many years as one of her top tenets. Reality rules. Reality always wins. It's also not even smug about it. The more I argue with reality, the more I suffer. Every should is an argument with reality. So for spiritual emotional maturity, stop arguing with reality. Number 20, be willing to be seen in progress, not perfection. Practice makes progress. We are works in process, a glorious work in process. Let it be. Even own it. I am in progress. I am in process, not perfection. Perfection in the imperfections. Number 21, notice the interpretation I've made on something. Notice the story I'm telling myself and reframe it, rewrite it. I'm not going to be the villain today. I'm going to make myself a hero in this somehow. How will I do it? I'm going to rewrite my own experience, the basis of Unity's teachings. I am going to rewrite and co-create a different experience of this very same interaction here. Number 22, still learning this too. Rest before you get exhausted. Rest before you're exhausted. We know this. We know that this is spiritually required of us, emotionally, psychologically required of us. And some of us, it took us 60 years to embrace that spiritual intelligence includes naps, and that naps at times are sacred acts, devotional sacred acts. Number 23, treat emotional triggers as a spiritual teacher. So a bow to the emotional trigger. This is what's left of us. This is what's left for my healing. This is what's left for reconciling. This is what's left. So I'm back in class again. Hi-ho, back to class I go when I get triggered. Hi-ho, back to the work I go. Back to the bow I go. Number 24, share a little giggle. Just laugh together with somebody when you can. So I had a guest here that was really exhausted and had come here to have a staycation with me. And we decided we're going to go over and get a foot bath, a foot massage where they soak your feet and run some kind of detox equipment in it so it drags out all these toxins out of our body. And we've done it before, and the water of course starts clear and it ends up being black or brown or orangey or kind of slimy or something. So all the toxins are pulled out of our bodies that can. And at a minimum, it's a time to sit, rest, take some deep breaths, meditate, and get some reflexology. So off we go over there, and they brought the water in. We were in the same room. They brought the water in. We're fully clothed, and they put their feet down in this water, and then there was nothing else happening. And I said, "Well, where's the detox thing?" And she said, "Oh, no." And so it's a language barrier. And I said, yes, oh yes, we're here for the detox. No. And I said, yes. And then my friend just started laughing, like the comedy of no, yes, no, yes, in an attempt to convey through language that neither one of us could speak. And a long story bearable, the detox equipment wasn't working. So we were going to get a foot soak and a foot massage without the detox. And my friend and I, who have been friends since we were kids, couldn't stop giggling. So we expressed some of our disappointments and frustrations through our giggle. So a giggle that could be a soul connection. That's what I'm recommending today. Number 25, replace what's wrong with me with what do I need right now? What do I need right now? What would be more kind to me? What would be a compassionate act for me be? And to replace that, what's wrong with me, track that most of us have run since our earliest memories. Number 26, to consciously take deep breaths. Eckhart Tolle says it as when people ask what book to read, what workshop to take, what path to get on, what program. He's like, just take 3 conscious breaths a day. Inhale grace. Exhale grace. Inhale grace, exhale righteousness. Inhale grace, exhale judgment. Repeat as needed. Number 27, say thank you instead of I'm sorry, or at least more than I'm sorry. And this is only for those of us that have been apologizing for our existence for most of our days. So instead of saying, sorry, I'm late, say, thank you for waiting for me. Instead of, I'm sorry I said that, it's like, thank you for staying present with me in that situation. So thank you instead of I'm sorry as much. And talk to yourself as if it's God's voice. So when you spill the soup, forget your password again. Imagine what God's would say to you and receive it. 29, have a spiritual snack throughout the day. It could be to read a little poem or watch the birds. I watch my bird videos. I've got cameras people gave me, so I watch the birds eat. So it's my spiritual snack where I just open that camera up and see what the birds have been doing today. A bite-sized wonder of spirituality. And the last one for this one is let your weirdness be a gift. You're not too much. You're a seasoning. And for some, you're a little too much pepper, but for others, it's a perfect blend. So be the seasoning you are in this, what could be seen as a bland world. You're not too much. Let your uniqueness, let your weirdness be a gift made exactly as God intended you to be. Blessings, dear souls. Blessings to you in your journey across the sacred bridge of spiritual maturity and spiritual intelligence. marthacreek.com to contact me.
marthacreek.com if I can support you. Blessings.